Hey everybody, welcome back to another Godzilla Battleline video, and today I got the early leader review for GMK GOJI, Godzilla 2001, and whatever you want to call it. First things first, got to give a special shout out to Rookie, who thought I would delay this video till Monday. I didn't. Eat it. Now, that being said, what do I think of GMK as a leader? Well, I've been using him a lot. Like I told you guys the other day in the video going over the season, I think you should all use him as your leader as soon as you get him to complete the challenges easier. So I think everyone probably has a bit of an understanding on GMK at this point. I've been seeing a lot of him used around as a leader. What are my thoughts? What do I think? I think he's going to be an extremely versatile leader. Do I think he is going to be the best leader? Maybe not, but do I think he's going to be one of the highest skill gap leaders? Yes. Lowest skill gap leader would be like Kiryu, right? Extremely easy leader to use. You just throw the absolute zero cannon down in trains and you're done, right? GMK has like a nuance and some really in-depth strategy that you can take advantage of if you're a player who really understands the core mechanics of the game. So I'll read his ability to you, and then I'll go over some of the things that I've done using him as a leader that I think separates him from the rest of the pack. I don't know if he is the best leader, but I think really good players are going to be able to take advantage of him like crazy. So his ability is Heat Ray. Like all of the Godzillas, his ability is called Heat Ray or some variation of Heat Ray, which sucks, but it is what it is. It costs 3. It has a 150-second cooldown. This is fine. This is like a run-of-the-mill thing. I wish it was 120 seconds for a 3 energy cost, but it is what it is. It reads, steal HP enemy units, steal HP from enemy units in a circular zone. If it's a leader unit you're hitting, which it always is, you're going to take 10% max of their HP. So you're going to take 10% of whatever their HP is. All other units, you're taking 30% max HP. I don't know if this is operating like Kiryu, where it will take the HP of what they have, or if it will be able to kill them like Zayton. Zayton can take will deal 90% of a character's HP back to them, and it can kill them. Kiryu can take 90% of the HP, but it cannot kill them. So I'm not sure if this is like that or not. I haven't had any experiences using this to like kill anything. Maybe I should have tried before making this video, but I didn't, so sue me. But feel free to try it out. I don't think it's going to kill something. You also get dealt back to you 5% of your current HP as damage to yourself, so that's not going to kill you. The way that reads, it says it's not going to kill you. It's of your current HP, so I think that's right. I don't think that's going to kill you. Regardless, I don't think you can kill yourself with a GMK leader. I think it's just going to be one of those things like Kiryu, where it's dealing the percent of damage based on what you have, and it's not going to kill you fully. Regardless, you are going to also then reduce the attack power of all enemy units on the battlefield by 15% for 10 seconds. Now, his debuff when he dies as a unit is a 10% debuff. This one is a 15%, so it is slightly better. Now, why do I say that there's a little bit more nuance to him, a little bit more strategy involved? Well, if you've been watching the gameplay on my screen, you see how I'm using him. My opponent is using Biollante. Biollante can use her boost to give all of the long-range units an attack boost of 20% for like 30 seconds. And that will apply to any of the characters that she places down while that boost is active. If she were to have placed like 6 units on the board that all got that buff, I could remove them with GMK's leader buff. Or a better example would be at one point in the gameplay that you'll see, it'll loop back around or whenever. The enemy approaches me with a GMK, okay? Their GMK detonates, gives me the damage boost, or gives me the damage decrease. I can then play Batra on top of that and give my guys back the damage boost. And then if I wanted to, I could have then played GMK's ability and not only have my units boosted, but have given them a debuff as well. So there's a lot of finagling that you can do with the buffs and the debuffs, like I explained in my video with him as a unit. Players who understand the buff and debuff interactions in this game are going to have a better time using GMK than other players that do not understand what's going on. As a brief example, and Mike Pine made a video about this today, so if you want to go check out his YouTube channel, go look up his video. He talks about the debuff interactions between attack up and attack down. Basically, what's happening is the buffs are taking priority in the order that they are played. If you place Bylante in the water, she gets an 80% boost to her attack on spawn. If you then were to play Batra on top of her, you replace that 80% boost with Batra's 30% boost, because Batra's 30% boost is what has happened most recently and is what has been applied most recently. It takes priority. The same goes for the attack debuff, the attack down. If they have Batra on the field and you use your GMK leader ability, you will remove that debuff from them wherever they are. It does not have to be like GMK as a unit that will remove it from them only if they are caught in his AoE. You can remove it from anyone wherever they are. Just like how on the board right here, all of these guys have attack up. If I were to have used my ability, it would have switched it all to attack down. So understanding the buff interactions is key. You do not want to be using your buff before they apply a debuff. Or you don't want to be using your debuff before they apply a buff. Perfect example would be G89 leaders are a notoriously popular leader because they give a 50% damage boost to all units that are 5 cost or higher. If your enemy is using a G89 leader and they send out a bunch of units your way and they pop their ability for 2 or whatever it is that gives them 50% damage boost, you can, for 3, pop yours and remove the 50% damage boost with a 10% debuff of the enemy damage, or I'm sorry, 15% debuff. Okay? If you use your ability first, then they have the 15% debuff. Then if the G89 leader uses their ability, it replaces the minus 15% with a plus 50%. Okay? Understanding the order of operations is integral to using GMK in any capacity. It adds an entire new layer of the game. Before, it was just keep track of who you're buffing and when you're buffing them. Now, you can debuff the enemy. You have to be aware of what you are doing and when you are doing it, and what your opponent is doing and what you think that they're going to do. If you see a big push coming your way and they have a G89 lead, you can expect that they're going to raise the attack, right? You got to be ready for that. It's something that you have to be aware of. And even if you wanted to, use this ability willy-nilly like I did here, I used it to decrease that Mothra Leo's rush. Look how much damage it did. It didn't even do half of my Ultraman's health when I debuffed that Leo. Now, granted, that was kind of like a throwaway of my ability. I didn't need to do that, but I wanted to do it just to see what it would be like to prevent the Leo from just basically instant killing my guy. It's huge. This ability, I don't know if it's going to be a meta-breaking game changer, but I think for players who want a more technical battle, who are a little bit more, I don't want to say intelligent, but who have a better understanding of the mechanics of how this game works, GMK is going to be an incredibly fun leader for you. I don't know if he's quite on par with some of the other leaders that just take away health, like Unit 1 or Eva Unit 1 and Kiryu, but I think he's definitely in contention for one of the top leader spots, purely because being able to apply that 15% damage boost is really big. It only lasts for 10 seconds, so you really gotta be on the ball when you use it. You don't want to waste it, because having to wait 150 seconds, that's, what is that, 2.5 minutes? You don't want to have to be waiting 2.5 minutes to, get 15% down again. Which is why part of me believes GMK might be better as a unit on the field, because I can get that debuff out on spawn and on death with him constantly, right? I can just keep dropping him on the field and keep making that happen. If you have GMK or 1954 in your deck, then you can get GMK for 4 cost. That makes it even better. But there are a ton of incredibly smart players who play this game. And I think that the more that you understand the mechanics of how this game works, the more enjoyment you will get out of GMK. I do not think he's going to be a lead that everybody enjoys. He is good. His stats are decent. They're run-of-the-mill 4-star stats. He has an AoE. He doesn't have incredible leader range. His attack speed is like a little high. It's like 2.8 or something like that. For all intents and purposes, he's just like an okay leader in himself. His AoE is pretty good, and you want AoE on a leader, so that's a plus for him. But it's the ability, and it's being able to manipulate the battlefield that's what's important, right? And you could just see right there the order of operations. That GMK exploded. It put the debuff, the 10% debuff on my squad over there. Then I dropped Batra and I boosted them again, and I made that GMK's explosion virtually worthless. So that's like what I'm saying about like understanding how the buffs and debuffs work in the game. You need to have an understanding of these things, and you're gonna take off with them. So, do I think he's good? Yes. Do I think he's the best? To be seen. Do I think you're going to get a lot of mileage out of him? I think so. I think he's a great option. Is he the best leader? I don't know. I think he's one of the better ones for sure. Like, for sure. But that's what I got for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.